I first started get to know Orbis and the organization when my mom and I went to Vietnam in the summer of 2018 to go see how the Orbis organization was helping impoverished children and underprivileged families in southern Vietnam, and how their hospitals were trying to treat preventable blindness and other related illnesses.
Yeah, my name is Wally. I'm an associate director of development of Orbis China, and I met with Aurora and Galen, but in year 2018, I think. We had a field trip to our Vietnam sight-saving programs, and we will discuss like how Shanghai American School students can volunteer and help with our visually impaired kids in Shanghai. So we will discuss the different ways, and then one of the things we'll talk about is we think we can help the children with visual impairments to communicate with the society, and then they have a chance to participate in different kind of activities, and then the American school students can help throughout this process, and then this can become a long-term thing. So we will discuss, and then we set up this club.
What do you have so far?
The club sessions and the Friday night stuff.
Partnerships between like your two.
You-
Observe like a couple classes before you're able to teach.
3. Attendance? It's okay.
Last 3 we really bring the big.
And it's an activity that you want to do if you think you're pretty good at English and Chinese. Matthew, I think you would be pretty interested in this.
Why did you bring Orbis to SAS?
I think we decided to bring Orbis to SAS mostly because A, we were short of volunteers, but also B, we wanted to expand the Orbis community. With more volunteers, we're obviously able to make a more long impact on these children, and having more people involved, and obviously branching out of Shanghai with more volunteers that were able to have a bigger impact on these visually impaired students. And the reason why we started Orbis was because we wanted to bring people more into this experience. We thought that when we started Orbis, we thought that it was really fun, and you were obviously doing something really good, and you were having a positive impact on those who were unfortunate. So when we decided to start Orbis, we wanted to share this experience with other people and kind of see the joy and how fun it is to actually be engaged in these sort of activities.
Kind big boy, because he gives up his rest part. Help me practice my English. Let me know something.
Have like those 2 or 3 minutes at the end, come back and say, okay, let's really quickly review today's.
My interest in the Orbis Club basically came from the students coming to me and outlining what I thought was a really amazing service project with a great mindset. And I think obviously as an educator, being involved in an organization that's seeking to provide learning opportunities for people who otherwise may not have them is a really great thing. So yeah, that's my interest. It gives me an opportunity to work with some of the more kind of the students who have the spirit of service at our school and are doing good things.
Lesson 27, shopping 1, English only. May I help you?
Yeah, we first started after we came back from Vietnam. We first started with just with offline activities with very small number of people, and then we eventually moved our way up to creating a club at SAS, and we got some new members, and we made it a goal to have weekly sessions on every Friday to teach these visually impaired children.
The reason why they like Friday night, because for most of the kids, they have to they can only go home at weekends. Most of the time they stay at schools like from Monday to Friday. They went home. They go home at Friday night and then go back to school again like on a Sunday afternoon. Because they in the school they not only learn like Chinese, like math, English. Now they also learn the life skills. How to like wash clothes, how to cook, they have this kind of a life skills classes. So that's why they actually, most of the kids, they don't go home like until the weekends. And so the Friday night is probably easier for them. But we, like I said, we have actually more kids lined up too, and they want to participate in this online class because online class is so convenient. So we will see, if the some children is available Friday, Wednesday night, we will probably have another time slot so more club members can participate.
Scratch. 我反正就记得那个 T 也是哇。
对，没事，就把所有那个音节就把它拼起来就可以了。
Scratch.
对 ，scratched。
Nobody will ever think electricity.
Can you first tell us why you joined Orbis?
So I first heard about Orbis through like this. So my mom told me about Orbis, and the idea was really cool because like it's not every day that you actually get to like make a positive difference on someone else's life. So I didn't know what to expect, but then after I've had like a few lessons, it was really fun teaching them, and then it kind of just continued. It was like just something I did every Friday night.
I'm starving. I want instant noodles. Where can I find hot water?
对，那 starving 是什么意思？
就是饿死了是吧？
对，饿死了的意思。
办公楼啊
office 就是办
office building 就是办公楼是吧？
对 office building 是办公楼，那 office 你知道是什么？办公室。
So I joined Orbis because in the past I always felt like I didn't do enough inside my community, and joining Orbis would allow me to basically give more out into the community with the fortunate skills I have.
Yeah, like with the resources that we're born with from our parents, like it's basically our right to help the less fortunate kids.
这个是一个形状，你看一下，这是什么形状呢？圆形，对。那在鱼上面，你的身体上面是什么呢？
Please share one of your most memorable moments you had in Orbis.
A memorable moment I've had in Orbis was actually a tutoring session I had with Leanne Lin, and it's when I think we finally broke the barrier between just a tutor and a student and becoming friends. It's when he shared his love for food, and then I said I love noodles as well, and that felt very wholesome because it wasn't like this awkward, nervous student-tutor interaction. It was us having a normal conversation, just two normal kids having fun over an online call. And to me, that felt very powerful. It proved that we can all still be friends and we can be together.
I am low vision.
I am low vision.
Yeah. 然后呢, I can't see the map. For me, I feel like I have two most memorable moments because the first one is actually seeing this kid called Yuan or Yuelin grow over like the course of I don't know how long, but like she started off as this very, very shy girl who wasn't really willing to speak up. But then I realized you have to encourage her and make her feel more comfortable and like establish connections with her, and then eventually she opened up and was willing to like just talk to you like by herself. And the second most memorable moment for me was like going to the offline events and actually interacting and meeting the visually impaired children, because during online classes we only interact with one, and during the offline events we get to like interact with multiple, and that like allowed me to see like the different personalities and how they interact with each other in real life. Yeah.
My favorite event at Orbis is probably like the kind of when everybody gets to meet their own child, because I thought that was really interesting, kind of have like interactions with our child. And once in time I was like, of course the child I teach is in Beijing, and then I just get to interact with other people's child. I definitely think that having to interact with these blind children can really kind of enlighten us.
I agree.
Yeah.
I am turned down 就是什么？我很伤心，我的情绪很低落。I am turned down 就是这个意思，这是其中一个意思，描写人的情绪的。I am turned down 就是我很低落的意思。还有一个就是什么？还有一个意思就是什么？拒绝，我不要。那么你觉得在这里 turn down help 是什么意思呢？是第一个意思还是第二个意思？第一个意思是什么？失落。第二个意思是什么？拒绝。你们觉得是哪个意思？
拒绝，拒绝。
对，拒绝。那么连起来这个题目是什么？
拒绝帮助。
非常好，这个题目就是什么？拒绝帮助。
这个也会的。
There was an English speech competition for the visually impaired students, and I feel like that was my most memorable moment because I got to learn a lot from Lisa, and she got to learn how to complete a speech by herself. So I realized that people like her, like the visually impaired, could do the same things as us because Lisa really liked to do origami, and I didn't know that visually impaired people can do origami because before I had interactions with her, I didn't think that they could have the same lifestyle as us. And after having the conversation and writing the speech with her, I learned a lot of her personal life and her hobbies. And I felt very proud at the end when we finished the speech because she improved a lot since the beginning. And in the beginning, she could it took her a long time to phrase a sentence, and after we finished the speech, she could write and read her whole speech by herself and tell me why she wrote certain things. So I feel like that was the most memorable moment for me.
I had lots of fun in the process. Next time, I can bring my origami and show everyone. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoy my speech.
谢谢卢太，超级棒。然后我们现在让 Mr. Finch 给一点点评。
好，刘畅 Lisa, I love your story also, and I'm very jealous of your origami skill. I am very bad at artwork and making things with my hands, and I hope that one day maybe I can meet you and you can teach me or help me with this. So thanks for sharing your story.
Prior to joining Orbis, what were your preconceptions about visually impaired people in general?
I mean, my preconception is probably just that life has got to be hard, you know? And as a teacher for my profession, I would think learning has got to be hard. I think there are all sorts of tools that you have available to you now in the 21st century to do that, but some of that might kind of take out the human element, which is where I think Orbis is a really awesome organization, because even though there are all sorts of cool like learning opportunities for people of all sorts of impairments, like online and through technology, I think having that kind of one-on-one interaction and being able to speak to others is outstanding.
I thought, like, at first a lot of people, like, they think that, like, a lot of visually impaired students, they are not proficient at speaking English, and that they might be, like, really shy, and then, like, they might not answer the questions we ask them.
Why? 为什么?
My preconceptions of them were that I thought they always had a harder life than us, and that they would always face challenges wherever they go. But after many lessons, I realized that their life is basically the same as ours, but just on some things they have to work a little harder to face their challenges. But in general, I feel like they also receive the same amount of happiness as we do. But originally, I thought that they would feel sad about many things that we didn't. So after a lot of lessons, I learned a lot about their life and how they could work around their challenges instead.
In the past, I never really got to like interact with
like the visually impaired. So I would say that my preconception was a bit inaccurate. Before I started actually teaching them, I thought they would be like timid or maybe like a little negative, because after all, like vision is a big part of our lives, and most of us probably can't like imagine living in a world of darkness.
I think that I kind of treat, like prior to joining Orbis, kind of treat blind children as like normal people. I think that they're just like normal people, like they're just blind, that's all. But like after I joined Orbis, I found out that they actually study really hard and they have like these difficulties which normal people don't have, and then you have to overcome a lot.
What type of relationship have you developed with them?
Even though we're said to be teachers, like to help them, I feel like our relationship should be described as friendship. So we can chat about our daily lives, like what we do, like during weekends, during work days. And it's really fun to know like about their lives, and so it's more like friendship for me.
Yeah, I agree with Courtney. Even though I haven't been teaching for a really long time, but like when I met with my kid, we really developed our relationship really fast. And because she's like really smart, so we had a lot of conversations and we talked to each other about daily lives, about her hobbies, and about like what she does and what are the things she likes a lot, and like a lot of her own opinions about the classes we were teaching. So she's just like a friend to me and not like a student.
For me, it's the same. At the start, I thought we were just students and teachers, but once I actually start teaching the student, we actually communicate and chat more than I thought we will. And then we established a relationship, so we talk about our life every time when we met each other. Yeah.
I think the color of pink is always the girls, and I think the boys think that the blue maybe is boys, but pink is girls.
I feel like that's more of a stereotype. Do you know what a stereotype is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's more of like a gender stereotype. I mean, you can like blue, so boys can also like pink. Maybe when you grow up, you will change your mind.
But
From the year that I've been doing Orbis, I feel like I've established quite a strong relationship with my students, in that we've essentially become quite good friends. Like, it's sort of like these distant friends, but you actually know them quite well since you converse with them every single day or every single week. Yeah. And this is basically quite a good opportunity for us to learn, like from different populations other than the people around us, other than the people in our environment.
I think it's discussing the similarities and differences in our lives, both between me and the blind children, to acquire look into the deep personal connection. For example, we might talk about what we do in our free time, and then because obviously they cannot see, so what they do might be different from what like a normal person does, right? For example, they cannot play video games, and then they will talk about what they do, and then through understanding each other's daily activities, we draw a deeper connection.
我叫刘畅，是一名初中生。
那你几岁啊
？15岁。
还有2年，你有什么感想？来对我们网上的课程。
这课程每一堂课起来都很有趣味性，每次听妈妈说的课题之后都很期待。
很好玩是不是？
很有趣味性。
因为我们上课之前都会做什么呀？
都会预习的，就把那个录音听几遍，然后妈妈把生词分析分析，讲一讲。
你觉得最好玩的一课是什么？你印象最深的？
最好玩的就是校园里面那一课讲泼水的。打架。对。
打架的是吧？
不肯承认的那一课是吧？
不肯承认，他自己还说泼水很好玩。
那为什么觉得有意思啊？是觉得这个同学的想法很奇怪是吧？
对的，就是想居然还有人有这样的癖好，喜欢泼水。
有没有想过是哪个少数民族的吧？是不是？
大家甚至怀疑他是不是西双版纳的。
哦，西双版纳的是。
是不是泼水？它是祝福是吧？
对的，西双版纳互相祝福是泼水节。
过泼水节呢？对。
那有没有哪几课觉得特无聊的，就是太难？
那还没有。
哇，你好厉害哦！我都觉得有的课还是有一点点难度的。因为有一课那个，你不觉得那个就是家里面报警的那一个？
那就生词比较多那个。
对，那一课就会有一点点难，因为平时不大会接触这一类的。
那些生词如果碰到不懂的，你会怎么办？
一般让妈妈给讲一讲。
那都能背得住吗？
实在背不住，课上再跟志愿者一起解决。
让你觉得志愿者的他跟你讲的时候，你的感觉是怎么样的？
感觉是都能听懂。
Gina 现在不在，可以随便说什么。
Gina 很好，
很好的。还有耐心。
对，很有耐心。
长的句子记不住，他就给拆分。
你觉得 Gina 会不会很严格？
不会的。
不会的。
有生词不会，他就说没关系，然后就给讲。
对，讲的不好，他也会夸你讲的特别好，是不是？
有时候一个长句子记不住，拆分了他也说讲得好。
你觉得你进步了什么？
有变化吗？
就是越来越自如了。线上对话。
敢说英文吗？
一开始的时候不敢，是不是？
一开始的时候紧张的都掉眼泪，之前。
真的。
为什么掉眼泪啊？
就是太紧张，可能听志愿者说话有时候也听不懂，然后还很陌生。
那现在感觉呢？
现在感觉很自如，有时候甚至都有说有笑的。
挺好的。
下次可以问。
我叫洪欣然，然后现在上7年级，然后13岁，然后我也非常喜欢奥比斯的活动，就是我记得好像从奥比斯的活动一开始举办以来，我应该就参加了，然后我也非常喜欢这个活动。讲完了。
甘一佳。
我叫甘一佳，那么我今年呢也是就是读8年级了，那也参加了这个奥比斯的活动的感觉，活动的氛围都特别的好。那么其实我从这个奥比斯也算是刚刚创建之初，也就来到了这个非常温暖的一个大家庭里面，所以呢，这个我觉得以后呢，就是我也会更加努力，然后就完成每一次的课程。
先介绍一下自己，那个叶倩，
好，大家好，我叫魏叶琪，今年呢我上8年级，我上奥比斯，我参加奥比斯的活动也非常长的时间了，刚刚来的时候呢，我就觉得这个地方非常的亲切，这个活动的氛围也都非常的亲切啊，然后呢，我也是感到非常的温暖，因为呢，社会上有这么多人在关心着我们，然后呢，奥比斯呢，他们也会经常组织我们一起学英语，然后呢，也会增加我的口语能力，把我从来就是本来就是其实有能力和外国人进行交流，但是呢不敢和外国人进行交流呢，现在胆子变得大了很多了，所以要谢谢奥比斯。
谢谢。
我叫范金志，然后我很早以前就来参加奥比斯活动了。像去年我开始在这个线上来上课，每周星期5上课嘛，我觉得这个特别有劲，而且我觉得我的志愿者院啊人特别好，而且上课也经常喜欢跟我聊聊天，我觉得而且跟我讲这个知识也讲得特别好，我都能理解，然后那个翻译也翻译得很好，然后我就觉得奥比斯呢这个是一个很温暖的大家庭，我来这边呢我是这感觉很快乐，也学到了很多知识，然后我觉得非常好，我以后肯定也会积极来奥比斯。我觉得，因为我现在应该是奥比斯的一员了吧？我觉得。
对，谢谢你。
2局的这个叫什么？这个重磅选手，这个魏叶琪，还有一位呢是我们的青春新人啊，活力100倍甘一佳啊。我们来看这个比赛，现在马上开始了，你选手们各就各位，3、2、1，开始！我靠！夏天发力真猛啊！ 看来新人不容小觑。加油！大家已经达至了。
那我们再来问问，就说你还记得，你第一次参加这个线上的活动的时候，你的感受吗？
我就觉得如果线下的话，时间长一点可以做很多，而且我觉得线下氛围比较好。对，就不只是能完成课本上的东西，然后呢，线下还可以做一些其他，比如说我们今天不只是看了那个，学到了一些科学知识建筑知识，反正各种各样的知识。然后呢，全面知识，然后呢，你还学了那个点菜的这个英文，所以呢，线下的话，可能一次活动可以学到多种的英语。当然呢，线上呢，因为时间有限，所以只能学到预先设定好的一些。而且我觉得线下的话，氛围好，而且亲切，就坐在志愿者旁边。是啊。
好的。
A loud noise comes from the bathroom.
Boom! 好大的声响从浴室传来。
Are you okay, Grandma?
外婆，你还好吗？
There is no response.
Okay, let's start.
Recording. Let's record one. Lesson 38. Get lost.
走失。
WeChat. Yes, very good. What does location mean?
Has a lot of power.
Good.